Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for joining me, and if you're new here, please consider subscribing. There's a button down below. Today I'm going to be doing a casual natural makeup look for campus. So universities have opened again. A lot of us haven't been really going out since March, and we all know why. So I thought I'd share with you just the casual look that I do when I'm off to uni. So with that, let's jump right into it. So as we all know, there's a new thing that we need to consider now when we're doing our makeup for uni, and that is a mask. So at my uni, I know they have highly recommended that everyone wear masks. So a lot of this is covered, which is good because I'm breaking out because of my mask. If anyone has any tips for maskne, please give me a shout because your girl is in need. So with that, I am going to concentrate higher up, where obviously my skin is doing well because it breathes. And I'm going to start off with my eyebrows. So as always, I'm going in with my Benefit Browsing, and I'm just going to fill in my brows. With the browsing, like, please excuse how dirty mine is, but I do like to mix the powder and the wax to get a thicker consistency. And it lets me do line strokes a lot easier when I mix. Like that. So I always brush my brows out because I usually go in slightly heavy and then need to just comb them through to give them a more natural look. Now that we've got our brows on, I'm just going to do a simple casual eye just to emphasize the shape, make my eyes look a bit bigger, brighten underneath, so that when I have my mask on, I don't look as tired as I feel. So the first thing I'm going to do is prime the lid, and this is with the eye primer, and I got this off Yes Style. I'm going to prime my lids with my finger. Okay, so now that we have our primer on, I'm just going to let that settle slightly. And I'm going to go in with this brow gel. It is the Tame brow gel in blonde, even though I'm not blonde anymore. And just run this through my brows. My brows are hella bushy at the moment because I am not taking care of myself. So I'm going to make the most of that and at least shape these hairs into something like this. For my eyes, I'm going to be using my Tartelette in Bloom palette, which are all of these kind of neutrally colours. It's so dirty, and I've just showed you everything on my coffee table, which is great because now you know I'm a slob. And I'm just going to be going in with this colour here, Flower Child, in the crease, just to start putting on some sort of transitional shade. Now going in with Smarty Pants, which is slightly darker. The shape I'm kind of going for is this, to try and make my eyes seem a little bit bigger. So you can see how this eye is lifted compared to this one because of this shadow here. And going back in with Flower Child, I'm just gonna blend. So as you can see with this eyeshadow, I've basically tried to change the shape of my eye. I'm trying to lift here, and I'm moving my crease further up my eyelid, giving the illusion of bigger eyes. And then taking some of this white shade Charmer, I'm just gonna put that into the inner corner to brighten. And usually for a normal day at uni, that's basically all I do for my eyes. I just want to try and make them a little bit bigger. If I'm feeling extra brave, I sometimes go in with eyeliner. Let's see how this goes before we jump on that bandwagon, shall we? Because we know what I'm like with the eyeliner. So the next thing I typically do is conceal under my eyes. And for this, I'm just going to use my foundation because I'm not doing my full face. This is enough. You don't need to put all that heavy product under your eyes, especially when this is all you see, because it's just going to get cakey. And I'm actually just going to put a tiny bit onto my little finger and dab that under my eyes. I'm going to take it up here just to emphasize that shape we've got going on, and move it down to cover them dark circles. So you can see already the difference. Now that I've corrected under my eyes, I'm just going to add some mascara. So when you're wearing your mask, that is all you need. You look fresh face, like you've got it together. Ta-da! But what if you sometimes have to take the mask off and you look like this? So now I'm going to just show you how to cover your acne and powder it enough that it's not going to come off when you're wearing your mask. So the first thing you're going to need is a stick concealer. I'm just using the Wet n Wild one. It was dead cheap. And you're gonna cover your maskne. Which it turns out is basically my whole face now. Thank you. You want to make sure that there's a good level of coverage. When I go to uni, I don't particularly want to wear a full face of makeup. I usually want to have as much natural skin as possible because I'm rubbing my face, I'm out and about, I'm on a campus uni, I walk around a lot. So the fact that I'm outdoors a lot, I take my mask off when I'm outside just to have some fresh air, but then obviously my face looks awful, so I'm hoping that this is going to help some other people out there who are struggling like me. So I'm just kind of letting it settle on my skin slightly. You're going to want a colour that hopefully matches your skin tone quite well. This one is slightly yellow for me, but it was like £2, so can't really complain. Okay, so now that that's been on my face for a couple of minutes, I'm going to take a stippling brush and I'm just going to work that, concentrating on the edges rather than the bits that were covering the spots. So So you basically want to work around the patches, just trying to fade the edges. So you can see this side I haven't done yet. This side I'm just kind of stippling to fade the edges. So I still don't have any product here on my nose, on my forehead at all. I'm trying to make this as seamless as I possibly can. Use dabbing, stippling motions. Don't rub because it's going to displace the concealer and you're going to see the spots through it. So you want the middle where it's covering the spot to stay as unmoved as possible while we blend the edges out into our skin. So as you can see now, my forehead's quite red because I don't have any product on it, but the patches of skin that have concealer on are looking quite blended. So from here, so now that we have blended this into our skin, we're going to set it with powder. I'm just using the Rimmel transparent powder. I've had it for ages. It's cracked. I've hit pan. It's nothing fancy. And a big fluffy brush. And I'm just going to dab that over where we put all of this concealer. I'm not baking. We don't want to bake, but we want to make sure that it is very set. We want to do this because obviously when we're taking our masks on and off, we don't want to feel like we have to be careful in case we're displacing. So even if you have a couple of persistent spots and they're gonna come through, it's not the end of the world. Like, you can still see some of the acne through it, but it's a hell of a lot better. It doesn't look caked. It just looks, you know, like a couple of little bumps. And then usually I add a lip balm and I am done. So this is the most that I would wear to uni in the day. So if we go ahead with our mask, as you can see, it's not taking the colour off. And yeah, so that's basically what I do for a day at uni, with or without my mask. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Love ya.